that's where I am. I'm smack bang in the middle of London, and as you can see in the background, I'm at the Royal Courts of Justice, and I'm up here for Graeme Moore of the English Constitution Party, because at 10 o'clock we're going to have a hearing where we're going to discuss what happened at Runcorn and Helsby. Now, the specifics of this hearing is really very simple. In November, up in Chester, very near Runcorn and Helsby, there's going to be what's called an election petition hearing, where they're going to discuss and show the evidence of inappropriate actions in that election. Well, the powers that be, namely the MP that was returned and the returning officer for Runcorn and Helsby, don't like this very much. So this is why we are here today. We are at the Royal Courts of Justice. What they've actually managed to do is organise what they call an expedited appeal, where they're going to try and get that hearing in November cancelled. Now, it's very busy. You can see all around me, hustle and bustle of London. And you know the sickening thing about this, morning to everybody by the way, no one, and I literally mean no one, is talking about this whatsoever. There's no mainstream media here, there's no new media here, or so-called new media, and a working class geezer who drives a taxi from Margate was on the train at 6:20 this morning and is up here to cover this. Would you believe it? Thank you very much for all the comments, I appreciate it. Good morning to everybody. You can see behind me there's a cafe, and there's a big group of us in there that have just congregated, had a coffee just before we get here. Now the court itself is in there, it's one of the appeal courts, and there's a limited amount of seating, and apparently they're not going to live stream it because Graeme is what you would call a litigant in person, so they've tried to get out of it on a complication. Whether that changes or not, we'll have to see. We really will have to see what happens, but I'm going to get in the court, I'm going to try and get in the court, and I'm going to try and live tweet what's going on. I don't think you can actually do anything about broadcasting independently in there because you can be held in contempt or something like that, so it's a little bit dicey. But what you've got to think about is the fact that this could potentially blow the lid off the whole affair. It's not just a case of a guy that lost in a by-election and has got the ump. There's stuff that went on which is wrong, very serious, and it could have a wide-reaching effect on literally every election that there's ever been and every election going forward after this. So yes, Graeme needs all the help, he needs all the luck, and he needs all the attention. I can't say any more than that. So who have we got? Can you audio record please? I'm not sure. I'm going to try and do something. The absence of the media now shows they're in actual fact players in the British establishment. Absolutely. You know, no one's here, no one's covering it. You know, there's a very distinct difference between British and English. And this is what people don't want to understand. But I get the impression that the mainstream political class know exactly what the difference is. So even though the context of this case affects everybody, they don't want to get behind it. Unless somebody pops up behind me now and says hello, I'm not convinced. My late parents were right. This country was done in 1981. Terry McDonald, don't think audio's allowed. Andy, last month they changed the rules banning tweeting from court unless you're given permission. Okay, thanks for that. I could have got myself in a spot of bother there, but yes, we will see. Anyway, if you have a look, you can see that the court's open. I don't know if anybody's ever been in there. I'll try and get a picture, but it's a massive, great building, really massive, and beautiful architecture inside. And I'll see if I can get a picture of the interior hallways. But when you go in, it's like Gatwick bloody airport. You've got metal detectors and guards and all sorts there looking after the place. It's really quite something. I'm trying to see if Graeme's turned up yet, and I can't see him. He did tell us all that we'll be in the cafe opposite at 8:30, and we're not We've not got any sight of Graeme just yet, so I know he was local because he did a live on his channel, the Full English, last night, and he said he had a lot of gear to get down here this morning, so I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be a long day, 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock, the actual hearing, the time for it is allotted, so we'll have to see what happens there, whether it goes the full, well, it's 6 hours, isn't it? Or whether there'll be something else. And in the meantime, I'll try and get you as much information as I can over the course of the day, as often as I can. It's going to be one of those. One thing I want to check as well, what's the sound quality like? I don't know if anyone can see. I've actually got a mic because I got caught out last time, and the sound was atrocious. It really was. Good luck, everybody. Fantastic building. Sound quality is good, thank you, I appreciate that. Managed to get it all in time. Get down there, people, if you're around, stand up for your rights, hit the like button, folks, absolutely. You know, this affects everybody. I spoke to a political contact of mine last night and tried to explain what's going on. And I said to him, you know, if politicians are selected rather than elected, we have a massive problem in that we're never going to be legally able to change anything. That's the thing with all of this. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see where it goes. And, you know, best of luck to Graeme. There are a few people I recognise actually starting to gather and assemble. So hopefully we'll have a little bit of support here. And we'll see what happens. But I'll certainly try and remember as much as I can. We'll try and get a chat on here with Graeme a bit later on if he's up for it, but he's got a lot to do and he's going to be really, really tired with all the stress and concentration and everything, I guess. So, yeah, we'll have to go and see. The sound quality is excellent, so the person delivering the audio, keep up your good work. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Yeah, I looked up online and I got some Rode wireless mics. They literally plug straight into my phone, so it does improve things. I'm trying to get this to about 10 minutes, folks, and then I'm going to log off. But do me a favour, if you've got a Twitter account, if you've got Facebook, if you've got Instagram, or if you've got anything that you can share stuff on, share this. It's literally just the basic outline of what's going on today. So this is Andy at the Royal Courts of Justice. You can see behind me. We're waiting for Graeme to show up. I know it'll be, oh, he's actually in the cafe now, shaking hands with people. I can see him over there, so that's all good. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a really busy day. Somebody's banned on Twitter. Funding going well. Yeah, what we needed, because the cost of all this, at least initially, Graeme had to raise 25 grand in under 2 weeks. We raised 26 grand in 24 hours. So, you know, that's how important this is. That's how important this is to everybody, everywhere. It really is something. Hang on, have a look. Give us a wave! Hey! There's supporters of Graeme right there. And there's the man himself. Graeme! There he is. Just in time. And he needs all the luck he can get.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Is this a good time to buy you a coffee?
I've just had one, but yeah, maybe later. Otherwise, I'll be needing the loo. Keith, do you want to say hello? It's live.
Good morning, everyone. Hope all's well.
Thanks, Keith. There you go, another supporter. So yeah, I'm going to cut it off there. And as I said, I will be back a little bit later on. And you know, try and keep you up to date with everything over the course of the day. And all the best to Graeme, all the best to everybody. This is for England, this is for everybody that ever elected. We'll see what happens. Talk to you soon.